Okay, so for this lab, basically what we're going to do, we're just going to follow our procedures right now. So we've already zeroed out the scale. We put our beaker on there. We got our first initial measurement, which was 70.12, if you saw that on the first screen. Okay, so we had our beaker was 70.12, and now we're going to add baking soda until we get to about a gram. And so that's what's going on right here. Okay, so we're just going to kind of keep going. And so we got a little over it, and that's cool. So we're going to go ahead and put that into our data table. 71 point, I would go with the 13, 71.13. And so then the next step is that we need to get our hydrochloric acid, which is right here in the center of our screen. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to fast forward this just a tiny bit, okay? And so what we see, we have that, and we're putting it on there because we need to measure the mass of the pipette with our beaker and all of our baking soda, okay? And so let me fast forward again, just a little bit further. There we go. All right. So one thing I do want to point out, though, in this procedure, okay, was that we want to line up that skinny side onto the lip of the beaker, and that way it won't roll off, all right? And there we got our mass is 74.66, okay? So we went ahead and have our mass of our beaker, the baking soda, and the hydrochloric acid, and now we're going to just squeeze the hydrochloric acid into it. We're going to let it react. We're kind of watching what's happening. Okay, so you see that the mass did go up right now, but that's because we still have it in that liquid form. So as the reaction is proceeding, we're hopefully going to start seeing that mass end up going down. Okay, so all that we're doing right here is we're just waiting for it to finish reacting. You kind of saw me swish the beaker every once in a while, so just continue to let it do that. As soon as it's done fizzing, and notice I've made that person hold the pipette off here to the side. You don't want to put it back into the Erlenmeyer flask. We just kind of want to hold it off to the side because we don't want it to gather any extra liquid on there. And now we're going to put that empty pipette on there to get our final value of 74.22. And so that's going in line 5 on your data table. Once we have gotten that, now we're going to start our cleanup procedures, which is just a matter of taking that beaker. We're going to use tap water, put it into the waste beaker. We're going to do that a couple times to get as much of it out as we can, and then we're going to use that deionized water that was also at the station to do a quick rinse, dump it into the waste beaker, and we start over for trial 2. And that is the lab procedure.